All right, y'all. Just put this little 10-inch here in the trunk. Got a Hyundai Sonata, so it's like a 4-door sedan. And I got some fucking car seats in the back too, so right beyond that, it's muddying up the sound quite a bit, but this amp and sub actually pounds, man. I don't want to get into it, but in a past life I've had experience, blah blah blah. I'm not an expert, but this ain't my first rodeo. But back then, man, $200 would barely get you anything. This whole package, God, was $165 on their website. And then they advertised this package, everything you see here, for $165, but with a 4 ohm sub, which was fine. But on the dyno certificate, this thing gets way more wattage at 2 ohms. So I bought the sub separately and put a 2 ohm in here. Hold on. Yeah, shit, I don't have the certificate out anymore. Anyway, it's claimed something crazy like 1200 watts. Like, it was dyno certed at 396 RMS at 2 ohms, which is pretty fine, man, for the 10-inch sub. Pretty clean install. That took a little while, over the course of a weekend. I don't know, a couple hours, maybe 3 hours tops, getting this thing in here. I need to paint those brackets. God, that looks so stupid in silver. But even having my volume on the head unit at like 1, just the little bit messes up my iPhone video, so I don't have anything playing right now. And there's a little bit of embroidery. It's like stitched in there. It says Rockville right on the top. That looks really nice, but when it's in there you can't see it. Sorry about that. Basic settings. I'm using the high level input, so you can see kind of what I got. The gain here is at 100% because I've got the remote going into the car near the driver's seat, so it's really like 70% on the remote, 70%, 75 maybe. The amp kit was actually pretty nice. I forget what gauge it was. So I wired it in, ran it through the firewall. You know what the deal is. Goes all the way down. I had to take all this molding out and get the power through here. And actually in this section, in my car, it's got speaker cable in there that goes to the door speakers. So I tapped into those, and that's why I'm using the high level input. Over here, I put the little knob thingy. I've just got a factory head unit, and I did replace the door speakers as well. JVCs are in there. I can't really turn it on. You'll have to see some other videos that I upload when I've got the volume on, but dude, this thing is pretty good. Like, for a 10-inch, obviously a 10-inch isn't going to be the same as a 12 or even 2 10s. But for what I do, man, I drive this car to work and back. And I just wanted my music to sound better. So this does the trick for sure, man. Like, it gets up loud. Volume on my head unit goes like 0 to 50 or the numbers, and like I rarely have it above like 25, 28 sometimes, and that's pretty loud. And the 4 ohm version, you could tell it started to taper off at like 25, 28. That's when I couldn't really push it anymore, and you just started to hear it not increase in volume a whole lot. But with the 2 ohm, man, I can turn this thing up so loud, and it just takes it. It's awesome. Like, it feels like you're at a concert. It literally rattles the car and your back, and it feels great. So for a beginner, yeah, this is a no-brainer, man. If you've got experience and you've got, I don't want to say if you're a nerd about stereo shit, but this is fine. Like, this is totally fine for $200. God, I don't know how else you're gonna get it. This is pretty good, man. So yeah, check out the other video where I really turn it up, but again, it's on iPhone video, so it's like kind of distorting with how much bass there really is. And again, that's 70% at not even 400 watts. Single 10, 2 ohm. Pretty good, man. I really like it. Totally happy. And actually, to get the 2 ohm, you know, they don't include it in the package, so that's kind of weird. You get the 4 ohm sub. So I just called him up. I spoke to this guy Carlos in technical services, and he took me up, man. So I got the 2 ohm in there now, and that was definitely worth it. The 4 ohm and the 2 ohm, I don't know, very identical, sound identical at lower to mid volumes, but this 2 ohm can just take it when you turn it up. So I don't know what the hell I was trying to say here, but that's that, man.